In there for a sec because I want to get Stuart's. No, you're not coming out. Okay.
Hello?
How you going?
How are you, Paul? How you going?
What have we got here? Better than nothing.
Hello.
Don't be in the dark, Stuart. Come out here where we can see you. Oh, it's dark in there.
How are you? Looking well.
Come and say, what have we got so dark? What are we watching movies?
Instead of prime parking on the phone.
Can you take a bit of that?
Yeah, that's what I wanted
Can
to
you
do.
see?
Yeah, I
It's
will
hard to see outside.
Yeah, it's alright, I can
It's
see.
pitch dark. There you go, Stuart. How are you? Good to see you. Finally got here.
You've shrunk.
Oh, you don't have to rub that in, and I've got a bit of wind, so I look a bit bigger than normal at the moment.
Don't you dare film with mine.
Suck it in.
You be honoured. He's been walking around with no top on. He's just been letting it all hang loose, Deborah. Now, how would you like those apples?
We're going to see shadows. Welcome to the shadows.
Oh, well,
Should we do the walk?
the thing was, it was hot. And so we left the blinds down to keep the heat out.
Yeah.
Oh, you're silhouetted.
You know what the temperature is in Manchester at the moment?
Probably
5 in the morning, -2.
-2.
Perfect.
What was it like here? Well, what was it? When did it cool down for you? I was working around the house. I was opening the front door at 1 o'clock in the morning. It was still hot. It was like an oven. You know, I hate that.
103.
Is that what it was yesterday in the old terms? 103.
There was a guy at the checkout in Kmart who does lawns and gardening, and he was out for 9 hours in it yesterday. And he was saying it's the hottest, what was still November? Yeah, the hottest November day for 100 years.
Well, I don't reckon this is going to continue. I don't think we're just going to have the odd freaky day. It's going to be 19 on Tuesday. Seriously, you can't acclimatise it. You're like this, and then like 4 or 5 days later you've got a jumper on. If you're working outside, you've got a jumper on.
Every day is going to be a freaky day with me and you together, mate.
Probably. He doesn't look any older. He doesn't look any older.
That's what I told him. He's unbelievable. He's not changed.
So I looked this old 40 years ago.
The only difference is your sides are a bit...
What
Right now, 0.
Yeah.
Oh, it's zero now, Manchester, is it? It's improving then, Stuart.
It's warming up. It's warming up because I'm not there.
Low of -1 to a high of 2.
Would you rather the hot or the cold, Deborah?
I've
I'll
been
just bring
looking
the
on
drink
the
in.
pad about
Still
the
muggy
Manchester
outside.
Evening News, Steve.
It's not so bad now.
One of the markets.
No, it's
about
cooled right
a mile
down.
From me, but down last night.
All right.
Outdoor market.
What, is that like a big...
Stalls, and there's an
That's
indoor
right,
one and an
on.
outdoor one next to each other.
I'm always telling Deborah that I'm shrinking. I go up to her and I go, I used to be tall. I am shrinking. It's making me back from the stomach and this bloating.
You're not shrinking at all.
It's all the money in your wallet when you're
Oh,
down.
wasn't not
Where
bad.
is my wallet now? Is it in your handbag?
Yeah.
What, we're going to find the wallet now, do we?
I'm just worried about it.
Can I just ask you something? Why is there a red dot like I'm going to shoot someone?
That's saying you're recording.
Right,
So you got the
I see.
angle
I've got some
right,
extra
isn't it?
tapes.
No, I need you to hold it so we can go over there and get on it.
For Deborah, digital camera.
I'm not fit to be on
And on the
it.
camera are photos of what we've been doing.
My
Right.
cousin's here. The other 2 sisters are coming soon. Paul's here, Deborah's here. They'll be here soon.
Take a picture with this. This is Deborah's new little camera.
Right.
Not
You
expensive,
come and
but
sit
it
down,
works.
Deborah. I'll make you a cuppa.
Stand up together.
Oh, you got this.
I got the bag down and got all the it so you don't need to.
It's a cheap one, but it works. Hasn't made the noise yet. Hang on.
Let me breathe in first.
Yeah, you had your eyes closed. We'll do that again.
It doesn't help, does it?
It's all the travelling I've done with my eyes closed.
I'm not sure. I don't know how to work this camera yet.
That's it.
That looks alright.
Yeah.
It was doing different things then. There was little squares going on your face. I've not seen it do that before. It's not doing it to Steve.
Yeah.
Has anyone introduced Stuart and Glenn? Glenn.
Yeah, me,
And you're outside meeting the guests, are you? Because Glenn came in and you already knew it was 2 minus 2 in Manchester. When did you see Stuart? Oh no, Paul, no. No.
I told him no.
Stop it. I've got no makeup on. Look at this tip.
Health reasons, or he just decided.
well, beer doesn't agree with me now. Tends to go straight down there and come straight out. So, like tea.
He's,
Oh, no, it's on its side. Please don't avoid out. No.
that's what I thought.
It's the stuff that
I mean, you
stick
can't
with
go to
it.
see her at home, but I mean,
You can't have that way to do it. I've got to tip it over.
That's how I feel.
But they probably don't have to heat it. I'll just.
Can you get that salad out of that?
Yeah, I want to try and organise the food, but
Yeah, we'll get the salad out and move the fruit.
Yeah. For the sticky dough. I should have stopped. Sorry.
There's nothing else you need while I'm out.
Anything else we need?
You know,
No, I don't believe so.
no, I think we're right.
like I was told to talk about people I said to.
I don't know where else. Stop
Yeah,
it.
I don't usually eat much of
Why,
it.
did you get some
Because the thing is,
avocado?
Brad when I average 99.94.
I need, that's what
Needed
I need.
6 to get an
Did you
average
get
for
some
100.
sort of dressing?
Went in, had a big cheering. Got to the wicket, tears in his eyes, he didn't see the ball. Bowled him an easy one to hit and he missed it. That was it.
Any sort of dressing,
Yeah.
mayo?
Well, it's disappointing for Ponting.
I think it's Ponting that's gone out. He would have opened, I
Can
think.
you take that back to the fridge?
So they've already won, so yeah.
That other one.
If you can take that back to the fridge and get the honey mustard dressing. That's the sandwich.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
Horrible, isn't it?
It is. It's just, you know, it was his
Best
best
friend.
friend.
Yeah, I know.
She was a beautiful dog, you know, like she lived at the flat, so she was always at the flat, you know, she'd come and greet you and I'd take her out for runs when, you know, it's just, so it's more devastating for him because
Somewhere in the house, in the flat.
Just use one bowl different. Have we got 8? No. We'll have to use some out of the cabinet.
Yeah,
4. Not everyone will have any.
I need to find it. I don't even find it. We just go on the internet. Just plug in what it is. It could be online manual.
That's the beauty of
Yeah.
Google. Yeah.
You're right there, Paul.
Yep. Why does everyone look so worried when I get this out?
We worried about your back.
For very good reasons. Because you think, where will this turn up and
do you want to take this
what
with
kind of sequence will it be in?
No, the bird's gonna
I've gotten slack lately. I sort of just put rough video together. I'm losing my patience with spending hours on something.
If it's anything like when I came last time, when I've got that, but let's do it again in case the first one's
Yeah.
But I had to get some.
I remember how big the camera was, Stuart, although it was easier to hold still than this. These are so hard to hold still.
remember that emu?
Try and hold
They
that
have
still.
stabilising things, don't
No,
they?
that one. That's
I could have given
Is
him
it going?
Shakespeare. Shakes very easily.
Oh, yeah.
Right that way.
Do I zoom? How can I zoom?
It's very hard to hold still. They're actually better on your shoulder. They're heavier, but you can relax and it's nice and steady. That thing, you almost have to stop breathing to get a smooth shot out of it.
Yeah.
Remember that friend of yours, Paul? Paul.
Before and after. That's a before, right?
Before,
And that's
after.
an after. As simple as that.
Before, again, just before. Just get more on the side. Before, after. Yeah.
Oh, and when I'm bloated, I'm pushing it as hard as I can and it will bloat. But doesn't it? Deborah will tell you.
Oh, thank God I didn't have too much to eat.
How many months pregnant, Deborah? Do I look?
Come on, I'm not lifting my top and down again, I'm breathing.
Oh, you said it was 9 months.
Do you remember when you were filming at Healesville and your friend that visited you? The emu, pecking the camera.
Oh yeah, got that. Got all that, yeah. I remember when we went up that walk and I had to keep in front of you and keep running in front. I could only walk the next day. Because I was continually running in front of you to get you walking, then run again. No idea.
Well, at the time I had no mozzie bikes. Next day, bloody covered in them.
Yeah.
The bloody heels though.
Well, that would have been hot up there yesterday, wouldn't it? Bloody hell. Huh?
Were you at
Dry as a
Hillsborough?
bun.
Oh, you weren't at Hillsborough, yes.
No, 20 years ago.
Should be dry, right?
See how you pause it? That way.
Yeah, that
Ah, you
barbecue,
just push the button.
the barbecue section, and then we went more.
Do you all suck in and out, Con? You got a bit of, you get a blade on, don't you?
Yeah, that's
That's nothing.
and that's after.
That's kid stuff. I don't know where to put it. You don't even, unless it goes in the laundry with the fridge.
Oh, I tell you, I wouldn't live without a dishwasher, and if it came to a choice of you just telling me there's nowhere to put it, I'd put it in the laundry.
Yeah,
I'd
you
put
could.
it out on the front porch. I wouldn't care.
You could. But you got to remember, Deborah.
Is that hot?
It's alright, it's a glass table. I don't think a glass table would knife, would it?
It might crack, would
Okay, so keep it on there anyway.
Stuart, do you want
it?
some?
We won't put it
We'll
out.
soon find out.
Yeah.
What is it?
Deborah?
Sticky date
date.
pudding.
Yes, Deborah will have
I don't know what it is. I'll have a small
Rock
bit.
cream?
It's just like a cake, but it's got a bit of cake.
I'll have a small piece.
Why are you having a glass of water? What are you driving?
No, I'm staying.
Well, you can have your, what do you normally have, the
no.
brandy?
I'm having my drink. I just need a water as well.
Okay.
Flo, you going to have some? I'll move out the way. You can probably.
What is it, Sandra?
It's just sticky dough.
Oh, wow. This is good. Wow.
I'm a man, I don't feel pain.
Ah. Must be expensive.
No.
It's hot now.
$15.
What else
I
hot?
thought the same thing.
Maybe it's
Too much body heat in here.
Yeah.
The
Put it on for a minute.
chemist said, have you
Cool
ever
it
had
down
these before? I said, no.
Flick it again.
you know what called?
Oh, they're up on top of the fridge. What are the tablets called when they're on top of the fridge?
They got hold of it when said you're having trouble with coffee.
Yeah, I'm going to try about midnight. Be about,
Does she stay at your place at the moment? She wants for a little, what's her name, Gwen? You know,
For
the
about
one we used
30
to play
seconds,
Dad
yeah.
Hitting with.
Then the embarrassment takes over.
It is
Oh, yeah.
embarrassing.
Looks sore though.
Well, he
It's okay
travels
now.
all the
Yeah.
time now.
I'm a man, I
She
don't
lives
feel pain.
overseas.
Oh, okay. No sense, no feeling.
Well, I can't think of her name. But she sends Gwen all those emails.
Too damn.
And Gwen had sent one to me because she said she likes.
I just can't get over how short our
Back to 21.
Sounds like Bella.
21.
Well, I had it on 19. They're all saying they'll freeze it.
They're their plans. I can't
Happy
Day to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David.
Happy birthday to you. Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip!
Hooray!
Turn the light off for a minute, sir.
It's all the same.
Let's turn it on. Geez, they didn't leave you with the cake very long. You got to take a video of the cake, it's gone.
I kept the other one. I didn't know Gwen, you were buying a cake. I brought one too. I'll keep mine for Sunday night.
Grab that, take a bit of video, Dave, and take a picture. It's video.
I actually wanted to make a sign of it for Stuart. Welcome. Get the new
Good thing I have to do that.
That's good.
Big smile, Dave.
All the sixes, clickety click.
We're just waiting. Here we go. Big smile.
Go on, there, up.
Well, we'll take two, Dave, another one.
I've got a card.
Take three.
Make it 4.
That's enough.
That's better.
Jesus.
Cut it for you now.
Every time I'm bloody walking around, I've got to wish you
They're cutting it now. You're cutting it now. What do you want to do?
Happy birthday. Get that on. Oh, you're not on your video.
Oh, sorry, Deborah's taking video. Take video.
You're hungry.
I'm only getting the back on them.
It's your birthday. I've got a stack of food. Got lasagna. Yours? No, it's Sandra's, but it's beautiful. Trust me. Tell them and show me like mine. Sandra's is better than mine.
Sort of in slow motion. You wait for it to go green before you take a picture.
You be careful when that eat now.
Take a video of Deborah. Take a picture of Deborah. Take a video of me. We'll blast the camera out. You ready?
Well, I'm in a mess at the minute.
It's very slow. I wouldn't mind you trying to be catching the JFK there.
Okay, you sit there and I just think. I can show you.
You're cute.
I'm not. Oh, and happy birthday.
Thank you, Gwen.
Let me get a shot of you because this light's on for a change.
Did you put that love? Of course I did.
Give us a wave, Stuart.
I didn't put the love, just the camera. Oh, I do love you.
What have you got, David? What's that you've got?
On your bar, about Bart Cummings.
All right. Oh, you'd be into that, the horses and all that.
Will be.
What do you think about the Damien Oliver business?
Well, Damien got himself in a bit of strife.
But he wouldn't be the first to do it. He's just silly enough to get caught.
Yes, that's true, that's true.
I mean, they must all do it. But fancy walking in yourself on camera and doing it. I mean, how silly.
Yeah, they've all got sort of phone accounts and whatever, I reckon, but they've not necessarily got their name on it.
Hi Stuart, how are you? I hope you're keeping well. Hope Bernie's well. And I suppose you're still in the same place. You do talk about moving, but I haven't heard that you have yet.
There you go. Video camera, everyone leaving. Sometimes, like, you know, you're the oldest.
Take fit? Yeah, awesome. Because I drive up there.
Go and take them.
Oh, I've done.
Once you get past Gimpy,
Okay, now I think I've sent it to you. I've got a little message back to the police, and I think it's just in case. But if it's not, I'm sure it's not.
You've got, that's my number. Send me a text. Just so he's ready. It's the one that works there. Oh, the kids can come in. The kids can There you go.
Right, then it's that side line. It's a good practice she's looking to get these now.
Hang on, we'll get a photo of that.
I said it's nice person. Oh, that'd be terrific to go.
You want to grow some hair, Stuart, you wouldn't need it.
And the taxi driver
Hang on,
starts
there we are.
You won't need it.
That's why he does need it, because it's all in his head.
It's not all in my head, there's something in my shoulder blades as well.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Trust him.
We did when we were over in, where were we? Tunisia, I think it was when we was in Tunisia. We decided we'd have a Turkish
Not anymore,
massage.
Oh, okay.
Next thing,
Time comes a guy got the right frisky. Look round his cops.
There must be an easier way, though.
This is not funny, and he's going, right, check him out.
Take off still.
Oh, yeah, I suppose it looks alright. There you go. I walked away. I said, see you later, we don't give off. I walked out the next aisle, who should be in the next aisle? Superintendent.
Well, first thing you hit really is
I thought, oh, I might work, might be a pay rise. So he never made any comment about it. I tell you,
How far away?
You know, we come through, you know, Reese, we come through Hawaii, and we're walking through the airport, country in Scotland. He says to Reese, he goes, drop it in the bin, and I'll take you out. And Reese says, but I don't know know yet.
That probably worked out during the day.
Take it straight with me, put it in the bin now. Let's go for the big black guy. It's a huge man. Put it in the bin, boys. I'm going to take you out. And Reese goes, but I don't even know yet. Everything's rattling. This guy's about 14 axe handles across the shoulders. And not only that, he has this bloody great big gun on his head. You cannot have alcohol. Drinking on the street.
oh, you think you like that big microdome?
That's it, have
big.
dome.
Now.
You could always go and have
First
lunch.
time.
Look at it, look at it.
Which is closer.
Crushes it and throws it in the bin. The college is fixing the other property.
We might have to do that, we might have to, possibility.
Honestly, mine was half empty. I was
To go home and feeding the family.
Oh no, he's a funny boy though.
He's definitely a one-off.
You can only
He's a one-off, alright.
I had to laugh about that watch thing where he put the black ball in.
You got a shock at the end.
Wasn't for me. It was one of the others. Yeah, everyone, mine went through easy. But everyone else, there was a,
You can't. And I said, yes, I'm still in the car. I walked through the portage, he said, there's nothing.
I want another shot of that right now.
I should have said it straight
Mine went through easy. But everyone else, there was a, I don't know. When we used to go to the lodge though, we'd stand there, and you'd sit in the body of the lodge, and everyone, the proceedings had gone on, and they'd call for volunteers to leave early and man the bar, so that you get the sherries ready and get everything ready, right? So it took me, that's our cue, stand up now. We're out about 45 minutes before everybody else and we're into the beer and the sherry. He goes, it's the best thing of all time. So every time after that we're in the lodge. We'd like someone to volunteer to jump up and man the bar. Tonight.
Operation Warren's. We stayed up here.
The physician of all art. Thank you very
Those
much.
big bottles, they didn't have stubbies. Bruce and I'd be down in the mess, yeah. We're going to have a full top of the roof. I'll be down in the middle.
Funny black
Some of the things we got up to, you would not believe it. Tips in the Green Master. Yeah, you're kidding, mate. All we got to do is Billy Green. He goes
Poor Billy Green and the his grave.
This is not telling any secrets. You can't be telling secrets, right? But out in the body of the lodge, when someone wants to come in, they come up and they and everyone is standing there. Billy Green and Wolf. And say, we were there one night. With the flash, just to make sure. Well done.
I was just going to do that when you said flash.
That's called mooning, not flashing.
All right.
Mooning is that way.
Right. Who's the biggest there?
And what I do want to do is get a picture of his head before it
Where's the Gwen? Where's to sit?
Where's Ken?
I agree.
Where's Ross?
I hope that's not painful tomorrow. It's already starting to go
They're on
brown.
his own.
You got a big red spot here though.
They've got a big red spot everywhere. It's sort of.
Big halo.
That must be what it is, Stuart.
Clear the bathroom, Marina's on her way. I feel like a bleeding Egyptian mummy. Right, we don't get pulled over for a breath a lot.
No, before you go, probably a good idea for Stuart to have a shower.
Have you ever thought of getting a job as an embalmer? Shocking. I'm warning you, Paul, if you take any photos. I've already asked her if she's auditioning for being an embalmer.
Steve.
In the funeral parlour.
But I bet it feels good.
Feels great.
And it'll dry and it'll take the heat out of it.
It'll dry.
Before Stuart goes with Paul, he can just have a shower and. But I don't think it's meant to be that thick up.
Hey, who's the bloody nursing aid here?
Yes, thank you, Steve. Thank you. Thick gravy, and I think it's just meant to be.
Gwen,
Why can't
calamine
you
lotion. I think it's meant to be a lotion.
I'll tell you what.
Where's my camera? Oh, Deborah, no.
You dare.
You've got to get that camera stuck up your butt,
The
Gwen.
same goes for you. If you take a photo where the camera will go.
I think you need to stand up, especially with those shorts on.
I'll tell you what, it feels great. There's lots of men that pay to have this one.
Exactly.
Gwen, go forth and multiply.
Gwen, have you got any candles to put on his head?
No, he's
Just being ridiculous.
He's nearly like, he's like a Norman. What's his helmet thing? Who wears those helmets? Oh, you're thinking of Norman Gunston. No!
We need you beside the handiwork.
Is it the Saxons or the Normans who had those helmets? The which? Yeah, look at that.
That's terrible.
Oh, suck it into him.
I'm so concerned. You see why she was a nurse?
Moving your fingers.
You can see why she was a nurse. Hands all concerned.
burst.
No, where's the strawberries? No, it's too late for strawberries.
Now this is what happens in Australia when you don't wear a sock.
Told you, get out of the sun.
Hi there, Stuart. Cheers. We're having a very nice Friday night. Lots of drinks and nibbles. How are you?
Big expectations upon you.
Well, I have when I've got the video on. I want some action. What about you just? Oh.
Oh!
Where'd that go? Geez, those plants have grown, haven't they? That's where the snakes are, isn't it?
That's where the snakes are. So if you stick your hand in, you might find the snake instead of the ball.
We got one.
We got one. Right.
Oh!
So that's wide, is it?
Oh! It's took his head off!
Bit slow there, Stuart. Mine.
Bit slow. I'm bloody 63. How old are you?
I'm 43.
Yeah.
Down the deck, over wide mid on for Ford. Oh, where's that guy? That's over the fence, down the fine leg. How did he get it down there?
150 k's and has disappeared into the crowd. 46 from 18 balls, and that's his third maximum.
This one has gone so far. It ain't coming back. We've lost that ball. I guess that's a bit of instinct there, Slats JB. That is a clear mind. A little bit of room to get, or length to get underneath.
Hi Stuart, now listen, Paul's here with the camera. I've told him to wrap it up and put it away. But before he does, I'm going to say hi. And I hope that you're feeling good. Hope Bernie's okay. And, well, we look forward to hearing from you.
Well, as you can see, Stuart, we've got the lounge going. They're the pelmets I made. And believe me, there's a lot of work in these. You'll see up there, they're all in the corners. I've got the little screws in there holding it all together. And what they really are is an upside down skirting board, believe it or not. And that's how I made them. Those curtains were there when you were here. These are actually new, but I'll put them the same way as they used to be. Quick look out the front yard there, it's looking okay. I made it yesterday. It's raining now, mind you, but it was a horrible hot day yesterday. We have another pelmet. Another pelmet. This was all here when you were here. One of the differences is this used to sit out, and now it's inside the wall, as you can see. So that the videos or DVDs now, instead of sticking out here like this, they used to sort of be out here and taking all that room off you. They slide all the way into there. You've probably seen that in that short video, but I thought it's nice to walk around, and there's another pelmet there. Yes, we still pull a telly out. We're the only people in Victoria with a square telly left. We still haven't bought a flat screen one, and when we do, it'll sit over there. But I still want to be able to pull it out over here so it's in front of us when we're sitting here. We have got a different couch. I call it the curry munching couch because I bought it from some Indians in Geelong. And when I got it back, you could smell the curry. Now, I don't like it. It's nowhere near as good as, it's got no wood on it obviously, but it's not as comfortable as the couch we had when you were here either. But unfortunately it got really crappy quick, so I had to throw it out. That was there. All this is the same except for Deborah's exercise bike. My guitar is sitting in the same place. Fortunately Maybelline is out the front. She's buried under that tree there. She went in, I think about 2015, and so we've just got a basket there, and I might put a fireplace there. That was there. You can see it's going over to here now. Still got that blooming bit of paper over the light because it was there on the wedding day, so that stays there. Looking this way into the kitchen. We've got the stove happening and the curtains up, so that helps a lot. The vinyl, as I showed you before. All these skirting boards took me ages, by the way. Those skirts here were a hell of a job. They've all been. I couldn't make them any bigger, otherwise there wouldn't be any gap between that one and that one. And the other thing we've got, and I'm considering whether I put a bit video on it, is these windows are now laminated. So they're seriously strong. It's the windows you can see. 2 layers of 3 laminated. So there's no Deborah falling through a window. It keeps a lot of sound out. And also, it keeps a bit of heat and cool out, although not as much as you'd want. That all looks the same as it did, near enough when you were here. It's all been painted, of course, and the new architraves, around, the new larger architraves on where Deborah sits. No makeup, so I won't shoot Deborah. Deborah won't come on the video because she hasn't got any makeup on, and she hasn't got a skirt and stockings on, so she won't. She won't come on, but we can always, you know. Okay, so it's a little tour. Deborah's bouquet, that was there when you were here. I'm not sure whether it was up because we were renovating. I'm not sure, but that's been there since there. Well, obviously just after our wedding day. So all the kitchen's finished finally, and carpet's in. Slate was already there. You look down the hallway now. Of course, the new architraves. That's where you stood. There's a little shot of me and Deborah, and I'll try and go back in time here.
As I walk through this world, nothing can stop the Duke of Earth. And you are my girl, and no one can hurt you. Oh no, yes I.
Paul said that I have to introduce the Shangri-Las for you. So here's a very rare clip from Paul's archives, the Shangri-Las.
Is she really going out with him? Well, there she is, right there. Betty, is that Jimmy's ring you're wearing? Mm-hmm. Gee, it must be great riding with him. Is he picking you up after school today? tears were beginning to show. As he drove away quietly in the night, I begged him to go slow. Whether he heard, I'll never know. I felt so helpless, what could I do? Remembering all the things we've been through. I can't have a tear, but I don't care. I'll never forget him, the leader of the pack.
I'll have to jump. No, not at all.
I probably am. I'll go and sit in the lounge if you like.
I think you'll be more warmer and more comfortable, but stay here by all means. Is it charged up?
Yeah,
Because you're going to want to get to these and I'm in your way.
yeah, this is just about
So who's having
the
coffee?
networking of everything. Yeah.
And what about next week?
And not back to work till Thursday. That's great.
So you're working next Saturday?
Yeah.
I wanted to do something next Saturday. You can't get off? No, there was something on I wanted to take you to Saturday night.
Let me know because I can't do anything about it now. I could
No,
probably have
but
stopped.
I only found out about it yesterday.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really let you know.
Good.
So you could call a sickie seeing as you're leaving anyway and you'd
Yeah.
be entitled to a sickie, no?
Oh,
You sure?
next week.
You could call a sickie flow.
September, apparently.
Yeah, retired.
Wow.
So, yeah, never mind, doesn't matter for the bloke, it's just her thought.
Yeah, had you sort of texted me, I could have, at work last night, I might have been able to organise something.
Thanks, Flo.
But
Nothing was for certain, so I think
No.
I have to.
when I get to work on Thursday, I mean, you'd have to book or something, which is so.
Yeah, it'll all be last minute.
I'm going to try.
It was an opera
Moon
night
people won't do
at
that.
Queenscliff.
Oh, I suppose you've been sitting
Really?
there for long enough.
What's that? There's a seat over there.
All right.
And it was a 3-course meal for $80.
You could manage
And
that.
this fella that went nice.
Yeah, I could actually. I'm hopeless, really.
No, you want
Marco
to
Singh.
be good. That'd be good.
No, but I told you, you know,
So what we're doing is we're just letting it run. There won't be a lot of editing in this video.
you couldn't.
It'll just be me walking about.
And Gwen come down
In your video, you were standing right there.
All right,
the
yeah.
local production, which was actually
Gwen has been doing things. These new cupboards, Gwen. What?
Did you want anything else?
She's got all new cupboards. Look at this, Stuart.
tribute to the
This is where you were standing, or we'll do a comparison video with that. And a new oven too. Oh my God! What's she done in here? Well, she's got a dining table in here. You remember that? That was there, because we can see if I back up here, we can do a your night to this night. I think here right now. And that will show what it was like when you were sitting right there and Deborah was sitting here. We can do a shot to that hopefully within a few seconds. Be pretty close. Be pretty close there. I think we're about like that. But it's the 30th June 2017 now. We've still got this happening. This has been brought out because it's only, as you can see, it's only 10 past 6.
It's got feet like a gecko.
That was over at the job agency earlier this week where they've got to put in their diaries and whatever, her and him.
Yeah.
But her friend Angela, who's the train driver, who got going onto this, Angela knows 2 other people. I think one of them might be her brother who's applied.
Both of them are related to me.
Yeah, 2 relations of hers have applied for the same job. And they haven't heard anything yet either. So
they're still considering.
Yeah, well, they said they'd let them know in 3 weeks. Now, you don't know whether they'll only get a notification if they've been accepted, or whether they'll have the courtesy to say, no, you haven't been accepted in 3 weeks.
Or have an update.
Yeah.
Here's Chair Stuart, just having a meal here. Gwen, she's got this fantastic table put together and made this rather glorious looking meal. So
Happy
something
birthday, Paul.
Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to you for the 26th. Here's cheers.
Here's cheers.
Happy birthday.
We should all chink, but it won't
It's a
happen.
bit hard.
Ross said Paul though.
Ross said his birthday. We should
wherever we can reach. Colin. With health.
Ross said his birthday.
How's it going up there?
Yeah, good.
Every time there's a storm up there, I worry about you and him. I think, man, exactly where are you?
Oh, we never get storms growing. Just about. Well, I reckon that's more like it. Yeah, but that's how I pour my coffee out too.
Yeah, sprinkles, because you can tell how many sprinkles
I
are in
don't
there.
use a spoon.
Hi Stuart, how are you? Just want to say hello. Hope you had a happy birthday. Bye.
Hey Stuart, how you going?
You don't look like you're on anything. Action.
Oh, hi Stuart, how are you? Yep, I hope it's things are going good over there in Manchester. We're in starting winter here, so we're rugging up for the cold. But yeah, hope you're doing all right. Hope Bernie's going well. I don't know what else to say.
Enjoy your video.
Enjoy your video.
I think I have to say said hello many times before. Hi Stuart.
Tell him how much trouble I am. Tell him
Yeah.
She wants to swap me out.
Paul is driving me crazy with this video that he's been doing for so long. And I'll be glad when it's all finished and he can send it over to you and I won't be annoyed with by him all the time.
But it's looking good. Looks like it's enjoyed.
It's looking good.
G'day Stuart, how are you mate? See this? New phone, Paul's. It's going in the bin.
Well, there you go. Emma, if Steve can't bloody work it, it's no good, yeah?
Oh,
I'll take it back.
I've got into the bit, but it won't let you enter the fields.
I did ask Gwen.
Anyway, it's useless as
book right now.
well, it's bloody useless. So we're
can
packing
go.
it up.
This is the this is the phone I bought Stuart for $80, mind you, over here. And I bought it for $80 because it was our price, and I cannot make it work. Steve cannot make it work, so it's going back. I've had enough of it. It's a smartphone, it's a computer phone and that. So it's not good.
Happy birthday Stuart, how you going? How have you been? Hope you've been well. What have you been up to? Mischief?
Mischief.
I don't suppose you've heard from Richard?
No.
I haven't. No. Well, we're here celebrating Paul's birthday tonight.
58?
58 years old.
59.
59 is it?
58, though. That'll do.
59. Well, Stuart, I'm celebrating my 70th next month, so there you go.
God.
And
Flo looks about 55 years old, and there she does it. But
so
I don't know how she does it.
yep, finish work in September, that'll be the end, and so I'll be a lady of leisure. Great fun. And first thing we're doing is going up to see Campbell, who's having a little baby up in the Kimberleys. Oh, you didn't know that, Paul? Wow. You didn't, sorry. Yeah. So he'll have a little baby in October, and we're going up for a couple of months just to help out. So it's going to be pretty hot up there. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to another baby. Lovely. And Paul's going to be grandfather again, I hear. Another one on the way. Anyway, I'll leave it. Stuart, look after yourself. Say hi to Bernie. See you later. Bye.
Hi, Stuart.
We're working away. Can I cut some up?
You're going to like your video, are you? There you are.
Yeah, I'll cut.
Lily's going to cut. She'll do a better job than me.
No,
I just
I won't.
hacked it. And I wanted to leave that meat in the oven longer, but Maria said, nah, you have to take it out. It'll rest and it'll be fine. But I would have liked it done a little bit more.
Oh,
what do you think,
lovely.
Clay?
Happy birthday for Stuart.
Happy birthday, Stuart.
Tell you what,
I already talked to him on the phone. And he got my card right on his birthday.
One thing you need, Gwen, is an electric knife.
Yes.
You used to have one years ago.
Yes, I used to have one.
There you go, Stuart. It's people catching up with you there. We're trying to prepare food and do all sorts of things. Steve's been playing around with this phone I bought. I think I've said that $80 phone, absolutely useless. And you can see Sandra here looking good, going well, and Tracy over here as well. They're here tonight. Deborah's, oh sorry Toby. Deborah's still looking good, she's over here.
You've already looked.
She'll go red in the face if I zoom in on her.
It's terrible. Yeah. They're both the same. Yeah.
Oh, we had one this morning. I think it was a crop.
Yeah.
Just on your own though.
Hey Stuart, how you going? Hope you're keeping well. Happy birthday. Belated birthday, is it? Yeah.
It's 26.
20 for the 26th.
So what have you been up to up there?
Con, I just put that on my credit
that's
card.
way too close. So I've just been hanging down here with Mum and Dad for a bit, and then have a couple of weeks at home. So I'm a bit of a jet setter at the minute between here and Brisbane. And yeah, that's about it though. Just keeping busy. Okay, see ya. Take care.
Stuart, everybody.
Hi, Stuart.
And they're going to add
I've already done it.
Hello, Stuart. Right?
Hello, Stuart. Even when they put it in.
Hello, everyone.
Well, Andy Hill, I've got to send us some stuff.
Hang on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you. 59. Hooray!
If you're watching Stuart, they made a bugger of this. It's 58, not 59.
That's 59.
The 9 hour.
Shouldn't
Do I explain it out? Yes, here we go.
originally she wanted to
I got a lotto ticket.
Stand back.
Stephen and Anne.
We planned our holiday anyhow. But
What's all this icing sugar?
Are they sparklers?
You've done a few cruises, yeah.
What? They went around and they had time.
She did
Well, we might have seen that. I've been spotted from me.
Sure they did.
Well, enjoy it, everyone, because that's the last birthday I'm having. I'm not going older than this.
Oh, right.
That's
Wobble,
it.
wobble, wobble.
No birthday next year.
Let me get you a knife.
I'm into the time travel now. Smells
And
nice.
you weren't even able to eat any of it.
Fancy being able to have that.
I remember I was younger, I couldn't wait to be 21. It was like
Yes,
forever
that's
and a
not
day. And when I was 18, anyone who was
58, they've got
21,
it
geez, you're old. I must have thought David was old when I met him.
7.
And he's as old as me.
Oh, it's freezing.
Well, that's good. Socks. I got some socks.
Yeah.
This is from Sisters. Socks that fit. That'd be good. I reckon somebody, when I go to the laundromat, dry my clothes, I reckon somebody knocks my jocks and socks off. So I haven't got any clothes. Fair
I'll see to it we stay when I'm right.
Excellent.
Probably the machine.
This with the cars on there.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Oh, what is that?
Nothing, say nothing.
Yeah.
It's an unforgettable book. I'm guessing Sandra had something to do with this one. I reckon Sandra had something to do with this NASA UFO thing. Excellent. Unexplained files. We might learn a bit more now. Know about what the heck's going on out there.
But it'll be on recording.
Yeah, do you get this too?
And then they can even things up.
Yeah,
Original, very nice.
They do that in the junior college.
Probably wear it.
What's that t-shirt waist on?
Wear it when you're painting.
A few years ago, we used to know.
I'll go 1965, that sounds pretty good. Makes me a bit younger. And then 1965. Spencer Tracy movies. Can't go past Spencer Tracy movies. We've got Death Set.
You know how to
Yep.
say my dad.
You know, I've heard of these.
Nice,
Probably seen them at some point. You can't compare modern movies with these. Now, left something there. I might get into it, that's what I'm hoping it is. Ooh. Oh, it's very nice.
It's not to go tonight.
Why? I can have a taste.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's been long enough.
Well, that's just cinched it. No one's taken any out of that.
Thanks very much, sisters.
You're very welcome.
I'm guessing this was Gwen, this was Flo, this was Sandra. Am I right? That's definitely.
Doesn't matter where.
That's definitely Sandra. Maybe Sandra.
No.
You get that. So Flo's pulled the jumper.
No, we got Vanessa one, he's right.
I know, yeah, Vanessa.
Yeah.
From there, we
No, I'm into the UFOs.
So Sandra, she missed the thing. She was too busy looking at your book.
Just look at Very good.
And I'm guessing maybe Flo got that.
No. It doesn't matter who got what.
Yes, it does. I'm scoring you. Sandra's ahead of the UFO video.
And then from there,
He knows I bet you UFO.
Yeah. Everybody here knows about the Westall thing. 1966, yeah? No? UFO?
I've heard about it, yes.
I'm friends with Shane Ryan now, the guy who was in the doco, and helped him out because there was a girl who fainted at the school and she was taken away by ambulance, never heard of again, not a family, not her. It was all covered up. Anyway, he said, I wonder if anyone can help me get in touch with all the ambos that might have worked there. So because of course we can, I'm friends with all these ambos, and I'm in the ambo archives. So I sent him that site. He said, oh great, that's going to help a lot, Paul. So he's going to contact them because one of them might have been the person working there who picked up the girl after they saw the UFO.
What year though?
1966.
That's the year. Can I tell you this? Cole and his brothers were outside and they saw a big flying object.
Sandra, your bag's caught in
Oh, your
the...
bag's stuck. Go out again.
They saw a big... You were very near
There you go, did you hear that? Paul?
Now when was this, Sandra? What?
When it was the same year as the Westall thing, and it was like a big triangular shaped thing hovering over the backyard.
Oh, video that after. I'm sure Shane Ryan will be happy to hear about that. You just hear people on Facebook and they say.
Yeah.
How long has he been running around that jumper that's opened up at the front?
Earth angel. be mine, my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Earth angel, the one I adore. Love you forever and evermore. I'm just a fool in love with you. I fell for you, and I knew the vision of your loveliness. I hope and I pray that someday I'll be the vision of your happiness. Oh, oh, earth angel, please be mine, my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. I fell for you, and I knew.
Oh boy, Buddy Holland and his cricket.
All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. Oh boy, when they go with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are meant for me. All of my life I've been waiting, tonight there'll be no hesitating, oh boy. Oh boy, when they go with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are meant for me. Stars appear and the shadows are falling, and you can hear my heart calling. A little bit of love makes everything right, and I'm gonna see my baby tonight. All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. Oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are worth it for me.
Goldie, the Lexus. I've got some photos now. You can see the light coming on when you approach the vehicle. It's got the key in the pocket. Just touch that handle, you can lock it like that on any door. Or you can put your hand behind it. It'll unlock. And there you have her interior, which is very nice indeed. The back seat is like a limo, with seats that adjust. They actually adjust out. See better on the other side actually. They go all the way out to here. And if the motor's running or the ignition's on, there's actually a massage in the seat. From the rear you can control all the climate, air conditioning and all that. The air conditioning comes from up there. The heating comes from down there. Shot at the front of it. And I'll put a little bit of video on of her driving. That's all real wood. Now we paid $16,000 for this car, which is the same as the S-Type. Okay. And this car was $187,000 plus stamp duty and on-road costs. It was near enough $200,000. This car in 2004. You get them even cheaper than this in England. So if you're ever looking for a car, it does have a V8 motor. I can show you a picture of the motor anyway. Alright. It only uses slightly more fuel than the S-Type Jag does. It's incredible. Of course I drive it very, very quietly indeed. But around Colac, Bessie uses 23 litres to do 100k driving gingerly. This car uses 14, so it's pretty amazing, isn't it? It's 100cc more and 2 extra cylinders. But Bessie is still a nicer car than this. You know this is still a Japanese car with some wood and leather in it. Seats are clever because over here you have a seat cooler. If you turn it to the left, they just push it out, but if you turn it to the left, it'll cool the seat, and it does cool the seat. To the right, it'll heat it. There's an electronic blind in the back, which you can control from the back as well. And it also has, you can do this. So you've got some shade. Very clever car indeed. Heaps of room in the back, very comfortable. The seats are a little firm for me. That's just telling me that I've got the engine running with the door open. Oh, and I'll show you this quickly. If you do shut the door, there's your door, right? If you don't shut it properly, you only just click it. Close the door for you. And it does that on all the doors. So it's a very clever machine. And unlike most cars, look, you can see out of it. That's my view out of it. You can see with the S-Type, all you could see was the headrest was there. You couldn't see anything out the back. So this is much more like driving Polly or Bessie. You still see more out of Bessie because these are they're thinner in Bessie, so it's still, you see a bit better, but you can see all the bonnet in the front of this, and from the steering wheel to the front bumper it's not as far as Polly, it's about the same as Bessie, and it's 8.5 inches less than an S-Type. There's your display. You have a foot brake which you push down on there. Good glove box, isn't it? Has a sat nav that works, and of course if you put the lights on it'll go to night vision. Radar cruise control and reversing camera, which I'll show you now. There's your reversing camera. And back on still. And when we back up, this thing here, that little bit sticking out there, that's the tow bar thing at the back, which it's built like a brick shit house. You couldn't hurt it if a car hit it. Now when I do this, when I get that just there, that's exactly where it is. And I'll go out and show you. So as you can see, Stuart, it's right on the crack. That's the tow bar there. And it's, you know, it's plastic of course, but this has parking sensors on it. It's a very clever car. And you can see if there's anything around. And it doesn't have the lines and everything modern cars do to tell you how to do things, so you can actually see better. And someone who's got a car with all that said that's better, you can see more. So I know there's no cars behind me, I know there's nothing to hit as I back out the drive. The steering's got a bit of an issue. It tends to, that's just me seatbelt warning lights. I better put my seatbelt on. It's just going down the road. I've got lots of video of this, of course. Handbrakes on. But as you can see, you've only just got to touch the accelerator. I mean, if you put this car to, you know, anything like 3,000 revs, look at the speedo. It'll just take it up to 100k every time before you ever see 4,000 revs. That's the weight of my foot on the brake without pushing. That's how good it stops. So it's a very good, safe 10 airbag, variable impact airbag, long distance car. And that's why that's what we've got it for, long distance. Okay, so I probably look like shit because I didn't sleep well last night. Let's go around the corner. Very easy car to see out of. It has great vision in it as far as seeing out of the vehicle. It's very easy to drive. When you first get in it feels fairly big because it is wider than Polly and Bessie, but the fact is that the more you drive this car, the smaller it gets. It just keeps getting smaller because you know where your front wheels are. You can see almost all of the bonnet. In fact, you can see more of the front of the car than you can on Polly, so it's very good that way. Just hit 40, I'll put the cruise control on, and that will keep us at 50k, and if someone gets in front of us, she'll actually put the brakes on. Going to go past where myself and Deborah had our wedding reception, and what they've done I'll show you on the camera. They've made a bugger of it because they painted it all dark and it's too contrasty, and it's like all dark inside and miserable. I think the Indians own it, the Pakis or something. Here we're just arriving now at your fish shop. He's open but the stuff's changed. There's your fish shop right there. No, there's only the old lady working in there at the moment. Colac hasn't changed too much. They're messing with the footpaths here. They're wasting money putting paving in, which I think will be up and down like a yo-yo shortly. Well, it's almost dark, Stuart, so I mean, I can put that on. I don't know, I'd rather be in the dark. Look as pale as a ghost as it is. Just got Deborah's Subway, going to pull up the drive now. That's my headlights, that's my high beam. and I'm in the dark now. What am I going to do? Well, I could put this woman very overly powerful interior light on, which will make me look awful. Just a little bit of light. That'll do. That's enough light for you to see me inside Goldie. Believe it or not, her engine is running. I'll give her a rev. My handbrake on. Give her a rev for you. Here we go. That's 2,000 and back down again. That's all the noise you get. It's a very good car. There's a bit more road noise in it than there should be. There's no question about that. I want to put some soundproofing behind the plastic, you know, in the wheel guards. There is definitely more noise, road noise coming in. Mind you, the tyres aren't, you know. But I've never got any money. But we'll see what we can do. Right now, Bessie's got a dirty fuel pump and I've got a cleaner because of the shit petrol in Colac. But I'll do that. I'll put Deborah a Subway here. I'll come in and give Deborah a Subway. She's had a little bit of anxiety of that of recent, so she's not that keen on jumping on the video at the moment. But I'll see how we go. We're going to go out tomorrow and I might be able to take some. So stand by for a very exciting piece of footage. I think you're going to enjoy this.
Stop me, baby, you ain't right.
Nice, lovely. They're on to it. They're on to it.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't won one. It's 1-1. I haven't won any.
Yeah, Chardonnay. Thank you. And I just wanted a water glass.
It's based on all your games.
And they're not
Oh, this will be interesting. Oh, right, okay.
It's a special. 70.
2017.
There you go.
There's a little thing at the front.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. The archives.
Oh, wow.
I know that picture.
Oh, that's all right. No, that's all right. Just need a picture on the front. Yeah, I think so.
Where's that?
I'll go back and...
What's that? Where's that, Gwen?
That'll be Paul's birthday. We'll be at Gwen's house.
That's at Linton.
I was thinking it was. Oh my God, you've got somebody in there that Rob doesn't know that.
That is me.
What have I got? That's not Rob.
I don't think that's me.
It is Rob.
It's Rob. I think it is me. I think it is me. It is me.
Oh, it is you.
I've got a funny look on my face, though.
I don't know where you found that photo from.
It's not imposter at all, it's wrong.
No, there's a couple of photos of a couple of blokes on the other album.
Oh, New Zealand. Oh, look at my and the wedding. How gorgeous is
Oh,
that?
that's when we were down on the what?
Yeah, in New Zealand. Yeah.
How'd you get on with that photo? Well, we've got the crayfish when we're sitting on the side.
Chloe sent me her photos from New Zealand.
Oh, there you go.
And the one on the left is when we were all at
That's right.
Auckland rooftop.
Yeah, that's
Did you see that one?
Oh, I've got it on my sideboard.
Yeah, no, that's right. We do that.
Todd Kenny, Caroline, O'Connor, my God. Dale's, oh, that was great. Oh, fun times, that's good.
That was for my 60th flight. That's lovely with the opera house in the background.
Oh my God, dancing. Oh, this is a scared little weird guy.
Yeah.
Those guys were so much fun.
Oh yes, and That was your 60th.
Oh, you should.
Colin's got one, I gave it to him.
I've got it, I'll give it to you.
Legend of the Six. When I fell off the chair.
Oh, I got it called bingo. She got bingo and fell off the chair. I'm going,
The chair was faulty and it tipped me off.
and I thought if I hadn't yelled out, I would have missed it.
Oh. Who's that? Oh, Queen's Kids, that's that singer.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Oh, look at that.
What a great song.
That looks terrific.
Oh, Gwen did all the work. We know you have to know. That was the techno breeze there. Techno breeze. They can't put a picture on Facebook.
Oh, that's not as silly. That is just so
Good job, Gwen.
How much lovely things.
To make things gather in the photo, put them on the
Wait, so this is Gwen's clip.
photo.
It's so lovely.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
And then
They are so hard to do, Gwen. I don't know how.
no, I know.
It was brilliant. Oh, they're hilarious. We used to swim down there. Oh no, that's
So much fun. So much fun, those cruises.
I've got a stick that I put photos on it, the three of us.
No, I want a camera in my hand. I've got to take it. So we'll take it.
On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Lovely.
Do it again. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
When I die.
looking inside the car. This face sort of almost looking and talking to Deborah. Let's go a little bit closer to Deborah. This, I think, really has to go. It's out of control. If I cut it, it's going to look like that. So I think we'll get. Maybe you both just go that way a little bit. Alright, I know everything's hard, but it's not that hard for you to do.
green tambourine. Watch the jingle jangle start to shine. Reflections of the music that is mine. When you toss a coin, you hear it sing. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Drop it down before I walk away. Any song you want, I'll gladly play. Money feeds my music machine. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Drop your silver in my tambourine. Green tambourine. Watch the jingle jangle start to shine. Reflections of the music that is mine. When you toss a coin, you hear it sing. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Drop it down before I walk away. Any song you want, I'll gladly play. Money feeds my music machine. Now listen while I play my green tambourine.
Paul's got a special video treat coming up for you right now.
Don't know where, don't know where, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
just you know why you and I will by and by know true love ways. Sometimes we'll sigh, sometimes we'll cry, and we'll know why. Just you and I know true love throughout the day. Our true love will bring us joys to share with those who really care. Sometimes we'll sigh, sometimes we'll cry.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He's done well to bring them up more or less by himself, hasn't he?
He's got a lovely family.
He has, he's done very well.
He's got a lovely family, you've no doubt about it. He's very rich, that bloke. I think he knows it. Very marvellous what they got these days, isn't it? We never thought like these sort of cameras play on the TV. It's marvellous. You've not had much rain up here, have you?
No, it rained a
Pouring
bit
down
Thursday
Manchester.
night, or maybe we got it late. Thursday night, I think it rained.
Pouring down Manchester.
First time we've had it for weeks. Oh, months maybe.
Yeah.
See, the summer started early, around April, and it's gone on and on and on.
Yeah.
Watch your shoes, Sam, in case you knock your toes.
Yeah, I used to
It's
I
always
don't
taken.
walk around. I usually bring my slippers.
But she takes a lot
So
of the
I
house
used to
anyway.
take them off, you know. They all get onto me now. I usually bring my tape.
What size do you take?
Well, kind of, it should be much better. Yeah. What are you doing now?
He's taking.
Most of those got weight on his shoulders, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's heavy, that box. It's fairly
Is
heavy.
it?
Yeah. It's fairly heavy.
Yeah, no, you just have to be. See, I shouldn't be talking really, you know, because it picks my heart up as well.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And this is something to learn, keep the cake hole shut.
Keep his cake hole shut.
Don't give any directions. You know.
That's right. See, that's a microphone that sticks out the front there.
That's
See, and
Oh, yes, I can see.
that's right, well, that's a microphone. And he picks up in his ear off that microphone, see what we're saying.
In fact, it sounds very loud.
Does it?
Very strong, but not as loud as we had it last night.
Yeah. We've got a place at the back of us, a storehouse, you know, the store all the land was given to us.
Your time's nearly up, man.
Yes, it was.
Yes, we're counting the days.
Yeah, you get a bit, you missed them all, you know.
When do you go back? What date?
The 14th.
October.
Oh no, this month.
September.
There you go, Stuart. I thought I'd show you one of the more medium-sized huntsmans that we get. I hope it's bright enough in here, but I'll just pan up this way and you'll see behind my head a decent sized huntsman. He's a bit bigger than the baby, but he's not quite fully grown. They actually get bigger than this. You can actually see him looking at you. He's not going to go behind the washing machine, I do something silly like that. That's right, nothing in the jar. Gotcha. Well, an idea of how big these fellas get, Stuart. That's my hand. And he's not spread out as much as he can be. I've got him in the jar. And you can see there, he's getting a bit bigger now. But they actually get bigger than this. So they're fairly monstrous in size, other than they can move very, very quickly. But they really bite people. I could probably put my hand in there and there's his nippers. Just get his face on there. I can see his face. He's got his mouth open a little bit, ready to snip somebody. Let's see him looking at you. Yeah, he's got his mouth open, ready to get me. He's definitely got his mouth open. So I reckon that's his mouth. Grasshopper in there with a bit of action. The question is where to put him. Because we've got houses across the road now. I might have to, we'll see what happens.
Paul said that I have to introduce the Shangri-Las for you. So here's a very rare clip from Paul's archives, the Shangri-Las.
Is she really going out with him? Oh, there she is, right there. Betty, is that Jimmy's ring you're wearing? Gee, it must be great riding with him. Is he picking you up after school today? By the way, where did you meet him? Yes, we see. That's when I fell for leader of the pack. Pulling him down. They said he came from the wrong side of town. They said I came from the wrong side of town. They told me he was bad. But I knew he was dead. That's why I fell for leader of the pack. One day my dad just find someone new. I have to tell my Jimmy whispering, say that better go find somebody new. He stood there and asked me why. All I could do was cry. Sorry, I hurt you, leader of the pack. He sort of smiled, kissing me goodbye. The tears were beginning to show. As he drove away quietly, I begged him to go slow. Whether he heard, I never know. I felt so helpless, what could I do? Remembering all the things we've
boy, Buddy Holland, and his cricket.
All of my love, all of my kisses, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. Oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are meant for me. All of my life I've been waiting, tonight there'll be no hesitating, oh boy. Oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are meant for me. Stars appear and the shadows are falling, and you can hear my heart calling. A little bit of love makes everything right, and I'm gonna see my baby tonight. All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. Oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are working for me. You don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. Oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are working for me. All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. Oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are working for me. All of my life I've been waiting, tonight there'll be no hesitating, oh boy. Oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are working for me. Stars appear and the shadows are falling, and you can hear my heart calling. A little bit of love makes everything right, and I'm gonna see my baby tonight. All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. Oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy, the whole world can see that you are working for me. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yeah. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, you give me all your love and you eternal loving, all you hurt and kisses and your money too. Well, you know you love me, baby, till you tell me maybe that someday, well, I'll be. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yeah. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yeah. That'll be
Shangri-Las had 3 top 10 hits, enjoyed their success, broke up, and went their separate ways. 20 years later, they're angry. 3 other Shangri-Las are on the road singing their songs, hits such as Leader of the Pack. The Shangri-Las are going to court, and Garrett Glazer has today's inside story.
Oh no, oh no,
Those were the Shangri-Las in the 1960s, teenagers singing classic teen hits about bad boys and broken dreams. But they never registered their name, and so now these Shangri-Las are using it. They don't look the same, they don't sound the same, they're not the same. But for now anyway, they are the Shangri-Las.
Leader of the pack.
The girl group that gave us Leader of the Pack in the 60s is now actually leading the pack in the 80s, for the Shangri-Las have taken it upon themselves to fight in court those people who would use their good name to make money. They are suing producer Richard Fox. It's Fox who's selling the services of the new Shangri-Las.
I researched the name in Washington. Nobody owned that name. Nobody had owned that name. I don't even know if they really ever even owned the name then. But it hadn't been used for so many years, and I just registered the name. I own the name.
Today, the original Shangri-Las say not so, and anyway, that's not the point.
Why should you have to when you are who you are? We are famous. We were and we still are. Why do you have to go out and trademark who you are?
Because if you don't, someone just may borrow your name, and all that goes with it. You can see that in this home video of the new Shangri-Las performing at a charity benefit.
If you're familiar with our music and our records, they're very dramatic type of songs. It says it all right there. Familiar with our music, our songs?
What's your reaction?
That is great. Piracy. That is such a... We worked so hard for. What we went on the road for. You know? What we did the one-nighters for and stayed in the lousy hotel rooms.
I saw a tape of the Shangri-Las. They were making like they were the original ones. And the audience didn't buy it. Tape? And the audience didn't buy it. Yeah. And the audience didn't buy it because they were too young.
I don't. That's specifically why I made them young, so people wouldn't think that they were that group. And one of my girls said one of our original hits.
This next song was written out of Hall for us, and it was our first #1 record.
Fox says if the originals want to work again, that would be a different story.
They want to have nothing to do with this business, nothing to do with the name, nothing to do with anything, but yet they want to sit there and say, you can't use that name. And you can't just do that. Why? Because you don't want me to? You got to have better reasons than that. But if they decide, they came to me and they said, Dick, we want to come back and we want to do it, you got it in a minute.
The Shangri-Las say they were ripped off then and they're being ripped off now.
We're not teenagers anymore, and we don't have to take it anymore. And we're not taking it anymore.
And what about people like Fran and Joe Canfield of Hackettstown, New Jersey? They contacted the Arnie K. Mars Talent Agency looking for an original oldies group. The big night comes, they show up. What'd you think? Shocked. Reviving rock and roll from the 50s and 60s is big business today, and some people think the fight over the Shangri-Las name is really a battle for all the people who made the music in the first place.
Why should 3 individuals today live off of the work product and the reputation of people who were really the pioneers of rock and roll, who really had the hits 25 years ago?
A federal judge in New York has ordered the new Shangri-Las to stop using the name until the fight is settled. Meanwhile, the original Shangri-Las told us today they will make a comeback at a reunion show this summer. Garrett Glazer, Entertainment Tonight.
Thanks, Garrett.
Well,
was so many. Then he touched my cheek with his fingertips. Softly, softly with me. Walking in the sand, walking hand in hand, and I was so excited. Smile was so inviting. Then he touched my cheek with his fingertips, softly.
Okay, we're doing this song. If we got it, we got it. Dr. Ike has spoken. Can you hit that light off of me?
Is she really going out? Well, there she is. Let's ask her. Gee, it must be great riding with her. Is she bringing enough left to school today? By the way, where'd you meet her?
I met him at the candy store. Smile at me, you get the picture.
Yes, we see.
That's when I fell for
the leader of the pack.
My folks were always putting him down, down, down. They said he came from the wrong side of town. They told me he was bad. I knew he was sad. That's why I fell for the leader of the pack. One day my dad said find someone new. I had to tell my Jimmy when.
What you mean when you said that you really gonna find somebody new?
He stood there and asked me why. All I could do was cry. I'm sorry I hurt you.
The leader of the pack.
He saw me smile, he kissed me goodbye, but the tears began to show. As he drove away on that midnight, I begged him to go slow. Whether he heard, I'll never know. I felt so helpless, what could I do? Remembering all the things we've been through. School hours, stop and stand. Can't hide my tears, but I don't care. I'll never forget him, the leader of the pack.
Away.
child.